Okay, so we're back. I took a second to redraw my picture so that you could all take a closer look at it. And I've switched to in color because I think it's really important that you understand this just like a puzzle piece. So, of course, SOAP, self, opinion, audience, and purpose. These are the first four choices you make as a writer. Self influences the title, and you'll notice I made the title pink, and self is pink. And then the next thing that would happen is your grabber or your hook. Question, fact, statistic, statement, humor, sarcasm, drama, dialogue, opinion, analogy, quote, and anecdote. I expect you to memorize that. So you need to, starting tonight, start to make flashcards, comma rules, 5 principles of academic writing, each of the choices of SOAP, self-opinion, audience, and purpose, what they are, where they go, what they influence, what their patterns are. So you'll notice grabber and grabber echo. And of course, this is a product of the audience. Who I'm talking to determines how I begin. There are 27 pieces to an essay. That is a test question. And we're going to fill in the rest of this essay as we go through the rest of the 5 principles of academic writing. So here we go. Principle number 2 is called framework. And if you have your sheet in front of you, the framework, sometimes called pathway, in the introduction and conclusion is 10 plus sentences. Right here, 10 plus sentences. In your perfect paragraph, that framework goes right here. That's your context sentence. Okay, in your perfect paragraph, that's your framework. Now, framework is a conversation between self and audience, right? So self and audience. You talking to your audience, telling them what they need to know about the past, about the history, and then projecting about the future 5, 10 years in advance. Now, if you have your sheet in front of you, it says framework or pathway that leads from the conversation grabber to the thesis. It sets up the context in a general way. It explains why the context spin is important, interesting, relevant. It tells the reader, let's count this, who, what, when, where, why, how, the beginning of the conversation. It defines terms. It focuses on the past and present. And the conclusion focuses on the future implication, application, hypothetical surrounding the subtopics. It should not state what the essay is going to state. It should be a conversation leading up to the thesis. That's really important. If I'm going to write about global warming, my introduction is going to talk about things that caused it. If I'm going to talk about what to do about depression, perhaps I'm going to talk about a world when depression wasn't even a word. If I'm going to talk about Civil War, this would be pre-Civil War. If I'm going to talk about an author's writings, this would be about the author and not his writings, okay? And so this introduction is the background conversation. Now, a good example of that is if you go to the doctor, and let's say you have a toe that hurts, the doctor is not going to jump into the toe essay. The doctor is going to say, how old are you, and do you smoke, and do you drink, and do you have heart problems, and how tall are you, and how often do you eat, and are you depressed, and are you in a safe environment, and then eventually, why are you here? And in that moment, the introduction is over, the thesis starts, and you have a conversation about your toe. That's how it works. This should easily be 10 sentences. Who, what, when, where, why, how, important, interesting, relevant, history, date, terms. That's 13 sentences all by itself. And the template, when we get to the template, you're going to see in a minute, the template gives this to you. All you have to do is fill in the blanks. You put the template onto a Word document, you highlight it, and you type up whatever it says. When it says who, you write a sentence saying graduates from Coachella Valley. When it says what, you say they're dealing for the first time in their life with isolation. When, 2020 has been a crazy year. Why? Coronavirus is crazy, right? I'm just answering the question, and the template is doing the structural work, taking us through the 27 pieces. This matters, okay? Now, principle number 3 is called thesis statement. and thesis statement directly relates to your opinion. See opinion down here? Opinion. Remember that your opinion is from a perspective. You need 3 provable reasons. Okay, opinion, thesis. Ooh, well, that was pretty stupid, actually. So we'll make my opinion green. Good thing markers can go over. Opinion and thesis are related, right? So thesis. And my thesis tells my topic sentences what to be. It tells my transitional sentences what to be. It comes directly from my opinion. If you're looking at thesis, it says, this is the GPS, the map, or the outline of the essay. It typically states in one sentence 2 to 4 concepts or ideas that are going to be discussed and introduced. It tells the reader what the topic sentences will be, and this is important if you have a highlighter, the order they're going to occur. It tells the topic sentences what to be in the order to be in. The thesis always comes at or toward the bottom of the introduction, not necessarily the introduction paragraph. That's also important. If I have a multi-paragraph essay, 10 paragraphs, for example, and I have a 2-paragraph intro, past and present, my thesis is going to go at the bottom of the introduction, not necessarily the bottom of the opening paragraph. I'm not teaching 5 paragraphs. I'm teaching you the 5 principles to academic writing. Now, from topic sentence, we have from thesis, we get our topic sentences. Topic sentences. Topic sentences. Topic sentences. And what I need you to write down is that topic sentences match the content of the thesis. They have nothing to do with the number of paragraphs. I can have a topic with multiple paragraphs under it. I'm not going to transition until I'm done. So this is what it says about topic sentences. The topic sentences are the street signs of an essay. Topic sentences match both the content and the order and the ideas named in the thesis. Either through direct or implied language, topic sentences introduce subtopics as they directly relate to the directions of the thesis. Topic sentences support the thesis through generalized statements. Topic sentences prove the thesis through introducing specific examples. That is the topic sentences. That's principle number 4. And principle number 5, we can't forget about, is transitions. And there are 3 kinds of transitions. Words go in between. We have sentences, they go at the end, transitional sentences. And then we have phrases, of course. Those are your introductory phrases and your dependent phrases. So in the template, even in the perfect paragraph template, you're going to notice that these transitions are sprinkled throughout. Transition, transition. Typically, a good paragraph has 3 transitions minimum. And always in between topic sentences, you transition. So let's fill all of this in after we read the rest of our handout. It says topic sentences. The topic sentences are the street signs. They match the order and the content of the thesis. They do what the thesis says. Okay? Transitions. These are the blinkers that indicate change. These are words, phrases, and sentences that create a bridge for the reader. Sentences and paragraphs which offer clues and change from one topic to the next. The transitions must match the purpose of the sentence or paragraph they are connecting to. Full sentence transitions mark the end of a subtopic conversation and introduce a new topic sentence. So let's just play for a minute. I'm going to get rid of this, the topic sentence and the thesis word. And I want to say that I'm talking to my English 1A class right now. And my title is going to be Have a Plan. And my title reference is going to say a plan, and I hate this pen, a plan, let's try that, oh yeah, much better, a plan that works. Not just any plan, but a plan that works, okay? And then my grabber. What do you guys think that I should talk about? Well, you're all in school, So maybe I'm going to start with some kind of statistic that says that a high school graduate makes on average 19 to 20,000 a year. Someone with a bachelor's degree makes about 32,000 a year. Someone with, an associate's degree. Nope, bachelor's degree. I'm right. An associate's degree would be about 25,000 a year. A bachelor's degree, according to BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, is between 35 and 42,000 a year, and a master's degree is 85 plus. So I'm going to argue that everybody should have a plan to get a master's degree in their lifetime, okay? And that plan, so now I'm in my framework, right? In the Coachella Valley, less than 4% of our high school students go to some kind of university or four-year college. These numbers then affect directly their income, their lifestyle. It affects our town. It affects our livelihood. It affects our cost of living. It affects cost and value of homes. It affects drug life, street life, gang life, safety. It affects the quality of education, quality of teachers we can hire and promote. So everybody, the more people who get educated, the better we all do, because we're bringing up our community and making a stand, right? And so I'm going to say that this plan, here's my thesis, has to include an acknowledgement of love, a quest for money, and an appreciation for music. Okay, that's my thesis. Love, money, and music. And so this goes directly to topic sentence number 1. And here is my love. Another dead marker. See, I haven't been in the classroom in a long time. My markers aren't happy. Wow, and I don't even have another red marker. Isn't that something? So I'll just go like this and I'll put a black heart. And that's love. Okay, so here's my love triangle. I'm going to talk that the first kind of love we meet is in family. The second kind of love we should encounter is self. This includes a love for travel, a love for hobbies, self-confidence, self-worth, and very lastly, romantic. Okay? If you plan for this, then your early teen years and even up to maybe 22 is focused on you, and that's how your plan should go, in my opinion. You. Build your character, travel the world, don't get bogged down, focus on your education while life is still relatively simple. Because, here's my transition, love equals bills. New topic sentence. Bills require money. And so life is expensive, right? Dating costs money. Rent costs money. And family costs money. And once you are on this romantic quest, eventually you're going to end up with a partner and probably a family, and that costs money, right? And money is stressful. Oh my gosh. Money equals stress. New transition. And that's why, in my opinion, you need an appreciation for music, because life's music, I'm going to call this culture, is how adults, educated ones especially, can deal with and get away from the stress of life, right? We have entertainment, we have travel, we have hobbies. You can own a pool table, you can go on cruise ships, you can go see, Lakers games and not be in the nosebleed section. That all costs money. With money, you can enjoy music. And then grab or echo. So back to those statistics. Nobody who's only making $1,000 a month is at courtside at the Lakers game. They're very much probably not taking multiple vacations a year. Maybe they don't have retirement. Maybe they don't have savings. And now I'm talking future, right? So what's it look like if you have a plan, and if you have a plan that works? Well, you have a retirement. You're living in a home you like. You're getting to enjoy and share your hobbies with your children. You're smart about how many children you have. I was not smart. I didn't plan. It just kind of happened, right? So have a plan, but not just any plan, a plan that works. I just wrote a paragraph in 2 minutes? Using the 5 principles of academic writing. This is brilliance. Okay, guys? And I need you really to take hold of it, to practice it, to hug it tight. Because if you can learn this process, this template, using SOAP, taking the time to make these 4 choices before you can begin to write, and mixing them with the 5 principles of academic writing to fill in the bubbles, oh my gosh, okay? This template can easily become 60-page paper. 10 pages of an introduction, 10 pages about love, 10 pages about money, and I just break it down in the same way. And then each one of these pieces of the triangle, instead of a sentence, it becomes a chapter, or it becomes multiple paragraphs, right? I can do this over and over and over again. Now, there is a formula to it. A good, well-written paragraph is 3/4 of a page, and we'll just do some math here for a second. So 1 paragraph equals 0.75. And when I get an essay assignment, I always do the math first. I never sit down without a plan, okay? I never sit down without a plan. When you don't have a plan, you're taking too much time. So let's say that I have to write 6 pages. I take 6 pages, I divide it by 0.75. Hopefully somebody in the room is smarter than me. 6 pages divided by 0.75. Let's see what happens. Am I still just transcribing? Holy moly, I can use my calculator and transcribe. That's why I wasn't talking. That is 8 paragraphs. Okay, so then I say to myself, okay, I have 8 paragraphs that I need to write. So that could be 4-item thesis. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2-item introduction and 2-item conclusion. That would end up 8. And in which case I say past and present. Thesis goes here. Let's say that we're talking, I don't know, obesity, right? Symptoms, causes, solutions, life plan. Is everyone watching what I just did? Symptoms, causes, solutions, life plan. And we're going to talk past statistics, present statistics, and then we'll talk about current treatment options and future. That's 8 sentences. Now I spin a triangle for this, spin a triangle, and voila, my essay's done. Everyone see how that did? Now, the other way we could do this, let's say I have to do global warming, past and present, symptoms, causes, solutions, life plan, current reality, future. Or you say with solutions, future, without solutions, future. I didn't change anything. I reuse what works, okay? Let's say that we want to talk about Civil War. Okay, leading up to it, as it happened, causes, and then we'll say the cause, the complication, the players, and the solutions, and the current reality still, Black Lives Matter, inequality at the systemic level in all institutions, and a total national ignorance, right? I don't have to undo what doesn't work. Now, the other option, of course, to get to 8 is to have 1 introduction, 1 conclusion, and 2 paragraphs under each. That also equals 8, 2, 4, 6. Oh, and then I only need a 3-item thesis. That equals 8. And so I'm going to say past and future, and then I'm going to say cause, effect, and solution. How about that? And it doesn't really matter what the assignment is. I have 8 paragraphs, which is 6 pages. Now let's say I need 10 pages. This becomes 13 paragraphs. Same math applies. I'm going to throw in 2, put in 2 more, and add a third, and I'm at 13. I spin a triangle for each, and the template works over and over and over again. My transition sentences always go at the end before I introduce a new, and notice there's nothing here because I have no new topic sentence coming, right? Okay. Now, if you have your packet, you can follow along. If you don't have your packet, you're going to want to look at the document that says essay map. And the essay map looks like this. Again, it's the boxes. And it says title, grabber type, 3 to 5 sentences, talking to your identified audience, framework conversation, 10 sentences, a conversation between self and audience, thesis, 1 underlined sentence that lists 3 separate ideas, first topic sentence, introduce, first idea, introduce second idea, introduce third idea, transition to your next subtopic, then your topic sentence, introduce first idea, second idea, third idea, wrap up, transition, and then you go to the next topic sentence, and then your grabber echo, idea from first paragraph, second paragraph, and third paragraph about the future, and then your direct or implied title reference. That's exactly what we just did using the principles. Now I'm going to backtrack, if you're in your packet, to the one that says good academic writing, okay? Good academic writing involves combining, and this is your 5 principles of academic writing that you downloaded, critical thought, application, and response. There are 5 principles of academic writing that you must memorize, understand, use, adapt, and conquer. Intro, conclusion, strategy. I used to have glasses. Oh, there they are. Huh. That would help me see. And then they fell. Nothing like teaching on a couch. Okay, intro, conclusion, strategy. Where a piece of writing begins, it must end. In the introduction, the grabber is normally 3 to 5 sentences long. This happens in 2 places, title and direct title reference, right? The 10 most common introduction grabbers you must know. Framework, we explained it, 10 plus or minus sentences, the introduction about the past, the conclusion about the future. Your thesis is 1 sentence at the end of the introduction. Your topic sentences do exactly what your thesis tells it to do. If you want to rearrange things, that's fine, but then your thesis has to match. And your transitions, that's what's last. 3 kinds, words, phrases, paragraphs. Now, I give you an answer key to the quiz that you should study. And then we get to the template, right? So everybody look at the essay template. When you open this, it should be in color. The one in your packet is not in color. And you're going to notice numbers in it. And the numbers are because I want you to fill these in according to the numbers. So please notice number 1 is thesis. I want you to write your thesis first. That's the first thing. Thesis about red, blue, and purple. In order to solve obesity, you need to know the cause, the symptoms, and the solutions, right? Red topic sentence, cause. Number 3, blue topic sentence, treatment. Purple topic sentence, solutions. Then I'm going to go to my transition from red to blue. Once you know the symptoms, you can focus on treatments or solutions. Once you focus on solutions, you can go to life plan, whatever your topic sentences are. Once you have the first 15 items filled in, and it's in color, then you can backfill the rest, okay? So I want you to always have this, you practice using it, and your first essay assignment, I better see that you use the template. I want it in color. I want you working off of it. Your first draft is going to be just building it, and then I'll start teaching editing, okay? Yep. Now the next thing, if you have the packet, and I don't think this is on Canvas, so again, if you can pick up the packets, it's in your best interest, are examples of introduction strategies and also support paragraphs. Nothing too exciting there, but they give you more tangible help. I'm going to see if I can't put those on Canvas as well. I'll find a way to scan them. So that's it for this lecture. I hope you learned something. The very last lecture is going to be about your first essay prompt.